Hello everybody and a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Indeed, if you've been with us all day, welcome back. What a day it's been. It's been a fun day Monday, hasn't it? And we've certainly banished those Blue Monday blues. It was supposed to be the most miserable day today, wasn't it? Third Monday in January, Blue Monday. I tell you what, if you've been feeling a bit blue, if you've been watching this channel, you certainly won't be anymore. We've had bargains galore. We've had some amazing products. We've had some great conversations. We've had some random conversations as well, really random conversations. We've had lots of laughs, lots of smiles. So hopefully you've been having fun with us. And the fun continues over the course of this show. Now, it's been a little bit different today because we've launched our brand new event, as you saw from the video there. Get Organised this week. Get Organised with Tiffany. It is literally all about getting your life organised when it comes to craft. If you bought a whole host of stuff during the January sale, maybe at the back end of 2022, and you've now got nowhere to put it, then this week is all about getting yourself organised. And indeed, if you are new to crafting, if you're maybe someone who joined us for the first time last week and you're quite new and you're getting all this crafty stuff and you need crafty ways to keep it all stored and secure, then indeed this show and indeed the rest of the week is all for you. It's all about maximizing space. It's all about making sure that you've got, areas in your home, if you haven't got a craft room, that are nice and accessible for you. And again, it's all about making sure that you can transport all of your crafty goodies with you wherever you go. We're going to be hearing from Tiffany later on this week. She's going to be on two shows. Thursday night, we've got a big clearance show, and on Friday night as well, she is going to be here. But we're kicking things off officially this evening with the launch show, and boy oh boy have we got some deals for you, and it's not just me over the course of this next couple of hours. Very excited to say that for the third time in a week, having not worked with this lovely lady for, I don't know, it seems like ages, the one and only, the lovely birthday girl, well, it was her birthday, was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Birthday girl yesterday, the lovely Leann, how are you?
Oh, hello Ben, I'm very well, thank you very much for your birthday wishes, were very much appreciated yesterday. Do you know, I'm like one of them number 47 buses, Ben. You don't see me for 3 weeks and then 10 of me come along at once.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Good.
I'm very excited though.
I know.
Because storage, you don't get better, do you, than the old Tiffany storage?
You do not get better than the Tiffany storage. What I will say to you is we have, right, this is one of those shows, right? This is one of those shows where we've got tons of stuff. We haven't got enough room to bring you everything that's supposed to be on this show. So we will show you lots of pictures over the course of this show. Get in on the web as well and check out the Shop the Show and Shop the Day page. We will bring you some of the most popular deals of the day so far, and then you can see all of the other deals on the website. Also during this show, chat to us. Let us know maybe if there's a particular storage solution that you'd like to see that perhaps, isn't yet within the range, maybe something that you think might be quite useful. And also, we want to chat about merchandise in this show too, don't we?
We do. Yes, what would you like to see? I'm interested. I've started to work on a range of Crafters Companion merchandise.
Right.
And I'm interested, what would you like to see? Because I've got some ideas. But I'm interested if they match with your ideas. So what would you like? What do you like? What do you want to have purpled and Crafters Companioned in your life that isn't a regular craft tool? I'm thinking a lap blanket, maybe it's a scarf, kind of cups and mugs. Do you want a chill bottle? Do you want a hot coffee cup? Do you want an umbrella that's Crafters Companioned? What do you fancy? Let me know.
Could we do an air fryer that die cuts? Because that was suggested in the last show.
I'm not so sure that's technically possible.
Okay.
Nice idea, but maybe it's in 2054.
Yeah. Hopefully. No, I don't actually. Why am I trying to even work that out? That's a horrible thing to do. Will I still be here, Johnny? Just about. And also, the other thing to say, and I know what you're going to say when we talk about merchandise. Don't mention the bag, because we've already got that one. The bag you would say, we've already got that. That's already been suggested, and the ideas are swirling around in that. So anything else other than the bag, fire away. Hi to Kimberly, who's joined us from sunny North Carolina. Hi to Margaret May, who says, I'm looking forward to the launch show. Alicia is in from Arkansas. Enchanted Craft Fairy says, good afternoon. I'm looking forward to the show and more helpful tips. Suzette Suze is in, saying hi to the team. Hi to Janine from Pennsylvania, and Kendall and Jeffrey and Nikki and Teresa and Bridget in the Netherlands. I mean, we are international this evening. Mary's in from Montana. Carol from Texas. Pammy says, hi, Leann.
Hi, Pammy.
Lynn's in from Indiana. Robin B says good afternoon. Cindy says good afternoon, all from Lake Ozarks. Lake Ozarks.
Oh, do you know? Have you seen the Ozarks Netflix series yet, Ben?
No, I haven't. You know what
You
I'm
need
like
to
with
watch
these
the
series.
Ozark. I mean, first of all, fantastic kind of drug lord, mafia-based thriller. Really, it's fantastic. With I forget the name of the actor. You wouldn't expect him to be in there or her to be in there. We'll get the names and we'll share them with you. He was in the Melissa McCarthy Identity Thief movie. I can't think of his name. You would think of him in a jokey comedy way, but he does this very serious acting in the Ozarks. Fantastic. And then the lady
Jason Bateman.
Him, fantastic. And then the lady who's with him with the red hair, you wouldn't expect her to be in a
Laura Linney.
Laura Linney.
That's her from The Greatest Showman, isn't it?
That's her from The Greatest Showman. She's fantastic in it.
She's
She's the same.
Never enough.
That one.
Never. Did you know as well? Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So back to the Ozarks, and then the scenery in that Netflix series, Ben, is incredible. So now the Ozarks are on my bucket list of places I must go. So if you've got a spare room in Lake Ozark, let us know.
Okay.
Because we could arrange a craft retreat.
Yeah, well, that's Cindy. Cindy, let us know.
Cindy, let us know.
We'll come on over.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? We'll get on to crafting in a second. That Laura Linney who
Yeah.
said, never. It wasn't her actual voice.
No, she didn't sing it. It was somebody else.
It was the lady.
It was miming, yeah.
Yeah, who appeared on, I think it was last year's Britain's Got Talent.
That's right.
And there was all that hoo-ha.
There was the hoo-ha. She had lots of dark curly hair.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the hoo-ha that she had.
No, that
curly
wasn't the
dark hair.
hoo-ha. That she had dark curly hair. But there was hoo-ha about her being on there.
Yeah, because she'd already toured with Michael Bublé and been a backing singer for Lionel Richie or something, and had sung in all these amazing theatres. And then she was on Britain's Got Talent. It's like, hang on a minute, you've already made it. You're singing on The Greatest Showman. What are you doing on
Yeah, we
Britain's
know
Got
you've got talent. What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing?
She was hoping to be discovered, wasn't she?
Yes. Hi to Beth. He says, hi all from North Dakota. I would love a crafter's companion blanket. So first dibs on a blanket tonight.
Oh.
And Teresa.
That's on my list, a blanket. I thought that might be nice. Well, I mean, I know we can't, not all of us, but we're making decisions in this time about whether we put the heating on or not, aren't we? Whether we're really cold or whether we just need to take the chill off. So we did think lap blankets, but I didn't know whether that would be... That's a good idea.
Yeah. Bobble hats, purple bobble hats. Fingerless gloves, says Charlotte, so you can craft and keep warm.
Charlotte, I like... Hey, what about a hot water bottle in a Fairy Crafter's Companion cover?
Ah.
What about one of them microwavable neck warmer things?
Yes.
Oh, see, all the inspiration having the chat. That's what it's about, isn't it?
That is what it's about. Keep the comments coming through on that. I suppose we better get started on the goodies in the show. Buddy bags. So we bundled together a lovely selection of our buddy bags. 7 of them in total here in this buddy bag selection. Should be $45.93 or $62.93. 10% saving here, less of course your club inspired discount. And it's kind of, I know so many of you have watched this for years, as we found out earlier on, but when you think of Totally Tiffany, first thing that comes to mind I think are the buddy bags. Literally, I think she's pretty much come up with a buddy bag for everything when it comes to your crafty goodies. So we bundled together here a lovely selection for you which we think might be very useful. Really handy to have if you have just started out with your crafts as well. If you are looking for ways to keep everything nice and stored and then to be able to transport it. You'll notice with all the goodie buddy bags, I should say, they're clear so you can see exactly what's in them. Big thing for Tiffany, of course, is knowing what you've got stored away, but then making it all nicely, easily accessible for you. With all the bags as well, you've got that hook and loop system in there too to keep everything nice and secured. And you'll also get with your goodie bags, I keep calling them goodie bags, buddy bags, your little plastic sort of in tray, if you like. So you pop that together when you get that back, and it just keeps everything nice and stored. And in the case of this one here, which is Terry, a lovely way for you to be able to pop in your pens. This one, big enough to hold things like your illustrators and your classics as well. If you want to get one for your tri-blends, you've got your Sarah bag, not in this bundle, but that one is Terry. So that one's going to hold all of your pens for you. You've then got this one here, which is Barbara. And again, nice sort of size for storing things like we've put in here some of our ink pads, some of our re-inkers as well. And again, you don't necessarily have to have those plastic sort of inside components in there. You can take those out should you wish, but it's a great way to keep those stored. all white clean for you too. And again, you know, if you're storing these on your shelves, you've got the handle there on the front, so it makes it nice and easy for you to select the bag that you want to work with, to pop it off the shelf. And again, the fact that they're clear means that you know exactly what is in them. Two bags that are a little bit similar, if you like. This one here is Shelley. What we've done with this one is stored a whole host of our gilding waxes in here, so perfect for storing. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 fit in there. And once again, think about this for things like your washi tape, maybe for things like your sewing bits and pieces you can pop in there. And similar to Shelley, we have Teresa, so a little bit thinner but perfect. We've popped in some of our glitters in there. I mean, there's absolutely loads. And again, you know, if bits of your glitter do escape, or if you've got like inks in some of these, they are nice and easy for you to wipe clean. And once again, you've got your little handle on the top just to take that with you wherever you go. So that's 4 bags you're going to get within this collection. You've then also got Dawn. Dawn comes with 4 compartments, again, that you can make up once you've got. We've popped in here things like the little extra pieces for the blending tools. We've put some of our threads and also ribbons in here as well. You know, so not just for your paper craft, but great for soft craft. And
so my husband has all of his washers and screws.
I was just about to say, you took the words right out of my mouth.
It must have been well, we weren't, were we?
No.
No.
But yes, for everyday life as well, these, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got all your screws. And I have to say, we have a public service announcement right now, Ben, and a public apology to make.
Oh.
Yes, we do. Laura Linney was never enough in The Great Showman.
Oh, was that not Laura Linney?
That was Rebecca Ferguson.
Ah, yes. Sorry, that was my fault.
So we apologise on behalf of Rebecca for attributing that excellent performance, although you didn't sing it, to Laura Linney.
Is she watching?
Of course she's watching.
Oh, so
she's a huge crafter.
She messaged and said, could you...
Leanne, can you just... Well, I'm friends with her.
Oh. I wonder why you're on your phone then. She just messaged you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah.
But you still didn't sing it. Anyway, next up, sorry, threw me a bit there. Merle the Pearl, as Tiffany will call her. Slightly wider, slightly taller. I mean, we've put in things here like our Royal & Langnickel brushes. We've put some of our flower forming tools in there as well. But you know, your quilting tools, maybe spools of ribbon. I mean, very capacious.
Very capacious. My husband has large screwdrivers in that one.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, that long ones?
Yeah. Has he nicked like all of your Totally Tiffany
seriously,
bags?
my buddy bags just go... and I'm this as well, and I'll show you in a minute.
Yeah.
He pinches them all. It's the whole workstation for the bike is buddy bagged and crafty workstationed out. He just takes them for himself, Ben.
Husbands, eh?
Yeah. Rude.
They are rude. And last but by no means least in this bundle, you're going to get Lisa. Absolutely perfect is Lisa for storing your 12 by 12 pads. Obviously, just slightly bigger than that 12 by 12 size, so you can fit your pads in nice and easily. And again, you do get that plastic tray inside here. We've actually got in there, there's 36 sheets of 12 by 12, and I'm sure, I am 90% sure you can get up to 200 sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock in your Lisa buddy bag, no problem at all. Again, great for kind of people who like doing their scrapbooking, and also great, I think, you know, when you get, I said this earlier on, when you get down to sort of the end of your 12 by 12 pads, a bit more of a chance of them getting dog-eared and ripped and torn. So this is a perfect way to keep them in pristine condition.
And I love the fact, so with buddy bags, they're soft-sided, aren't they, Ben? So for all we give you a guide of what you can get in there, there's always that little bit room to a little bit more in. So it's great to, you know, if you've got another 10 sheets, like where am I going to put them? You'll make room in there. And it's the soft sides, I think, that do that for you. But also that means that it is kept nice and compact and dust-free. I love them because you're just dust-free, really.
Yeah. You're getting all of those, that's 7 in total, for £32 or $44. I mean, like Leanne said, literally just a suggestion of the kind of things that you can house in these, but, you know, not just crafty items, but think outside of craft as well, where these might be handy for you. £32 platinum, $44 if you're in the US and you're platinum. A lovely selection of 7 of your buddy bags. Comments and questions coming through, which I'll have a look at whilst Leanne's showing you this next deal. And I absolutely love this, the Craft and Carry Workstation. Now I know we've got this available in 2 colours for you, but maybe you're someone who doesn't have a craft room, a designated craft room, or maybe you are someone who likes to take crafty goodies with you and you know, craft on the go. Then this is absolutely brilliant, because not only does this fold down to something which is really easy to pack into a case or a bag, you even get a little strap with it as well to kind of keep it all folded down. But once you open it up, as you'll see in just a second, you have got so much space in this, literally a compartment for pretty much everything. Chatting about this earlier on, we were just saying that, you know what, when you look at this workstation, I don't think there could possibly be any more pockets or dividers in there to pop in all of the goodies. And we'll have a look at this with Leanne, who, well, yours looks pretty full, but you could certainly pop loads more in there, couldn't you?
Oh, you could get loads more in a bin. This is superb, I have to say, because there are so many pockets. I mean, I'm over here, I'm in and out of the craft stash. I'm just going to get something else up.
Oh, off she goes.
There are so many pockets that we haven't even put anything in. For example, there's a little slot pocket there, which is perfect for a ruler, and it didn't have anything in.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are so many little spaces to put things, and the word capacious definitely applies to this, Ben, because it's a little bit Mary Poppins. This,
yeah, it is Mary Poppins.
In terms of what you can get in it and what you can hide in it and how you can get stored, basically. Now, this is definitely one of the things that my husband stole from me. So he loved the Craft and Carry Workstation because he's got all of the tools. If you don't know, if you haven't watched Crafters TV before, my husband is a huge biker.
Yeah.
Mountain biking, road biking, cross-country biking, any kind of bike that doesn't have a motor and has pedals, he does it. And so he's got them in the garage and he needs to repair them when they go wrong. He has all of his repair pieces in the garage. So he's got places for tubes and little gas canisters, and I don't understand all the things to bleed the brakes, syringes for doing other things with brakes. It's all very technical, beyond me, but he loves it because it's all in one place. Now, that's great if you're not a crafter, but actually for paper craft, for what it was designed for, it is fantastic, but not just for paper craft. I have one for polymer clay, and I have one with kind of crochet things in, because in the back packet slots here have all of my patterns in, and then I have hooks and little thread snippers and all sorts. Here you can have one for soft craft. You will find so many different uses, and in fact, if you've got a Craft and Carry workstation at home, let us know, and let all of your friends and your crafty associates know on the chat, what do you put in your Craft and Carry workstation? We'd like to know, because so many innovative uses for them, Ben. Let me take you round what it looks like. So you can see here, it's really quite dimensional. It goes back quite a way, and you've got all of these levels of pockets going back in a waterfall. So you can see everything in front of you. I love the fact that they waterfall like that, because you can see everything at a glance. Now, inside here, you've got compartments. Let me just tip that up and show you, which Velcro. So here's some little dividers you can see there, and you can have those dividers in or out to make little compartments as you go along, or you can have one long compartment. It's entirely up to you. You can see there, Velcro. There's another one along there. So that's up to you. This little piece here, bloomin' genius. Because if you've got little dies, I'm just going to grab something else out of my stash, little dies, little tweezers, little things that you don't want to lose, but you want them, like pokey tools sticking up out of a compartment, dangerous.
Not what you want.
You're going to stab yourself. But if you've got your little pokey tools lying along there, you can see where they are. They're not lost because they're in that clear pocket.
And those are the kind of things that do go missing, aren't they, pokey tools?
They go missing all the time. You know, your little dies, your favourite little sentiment die, or whatever it is, the small things that you just don't want to lose, but you want to see them in that clear pocket. Fantastic. Then you go back a level and you've got more of these pockets here. And again, you can see, because we've put it in, I'm just going to tip it up and show you, the Velcro dividers. So I can keep those 2 spray and sparkle bottles nice and upright and compact. They're not moving around in there. However, if I had something longer, I just take that Velcro divider out and I make it a longer pocket. So customisable for whatever it is that you want to be able to use your craft for. And I'm just going to grab something else here, Ben, because these are my little, you know, the quilling flower rubber mats.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to show you this, because not only that, but look, there's a plastic, sorry, I'm banging my microphone. There's a plastic pocket there as well, where you can hide other things, but because they're plastic, you can see them. So there's another pocket that didn't have something in. You'll find new pockets that you didn't, spaces you didn't know you could put something when you're using this, and you'll just find them really easily. This larger pocket at the back is absolutely incredible for all of your for 12 by 12 pads, and you can see we've got all sorts stashed in there.
Yeah.
And I've had a full 3 12 by 12 pads in there before. Still space to stuff more in. When you think, capacious, Ben, not a better word. And then there's another pocket at the back. So you've got this full slot pocket at the back here where you can get your, your card stocks if you want. We've got a full cutting mat in there. So much you can fit in.
Yeah.
And then, of course, didn't I find one for my ruler here? There's another one there. Put in there your tools. I mean, that could be for a heat gun. You might want to slot in down the side.
There literally couldn't be any more pockets, could there?
Couldn't be any more pockets, absolutely. It's just incredible for keeping everything organised and where you want to be able to put your hand on it. Now, just to show you some other things that I've had in here, especially if you're going to a craft group or a craft club. Am I taking too long with this, Ben?
I'm enjoying it.
Because I absolutely love it.
No, I know. Well,
I can rush on if you like.
No, I'm enjoying it because it's showing how passionate you are about the Tiffany products.
Look, our small guillotine. Great.
Perfect.
If you're going, I mean, it will even go that way.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to a craft crop or something like that, and you want to take your little guillotine, you want to take a craft mat, you can do that. Our Scoremaster.
In the back?
In the back. No problem at all. And everything is just there and beautifully organised for you. Now, the other things I've had in this back pocket, our large stamping mats.
Oh, yeah.
They go in. If you making it a stamping station, make one a stamping station, make one a cutting station, make one a gilding station. There's all of your different tools in there, so you just pick up the one you want when you're doing that particular technique. If you don't want that in there, I've had regularly when I travel with mine, my 8x8 stamping platform.
Perfect.
Fits perfect in there.
Yeah.
It's just such a great size and so versatile for so many different things that you might want to use with it when you're travelling around and crafting. The possibilities are truly, truly endless with this, Ben. They really are. I'm going to put back in what we had in because I just like to show you how the things come in easily out of the pockets. And I think it shows you that you're not stuck to only, for all that was designed for 12 by 12 pads, not only 12 by 12 pads that you can put in there. And you have got 2 colours, I think, as well. So you've got that lovely turquoise and you've got the black. And I must just show you, this one's all full up, but with this black one, that's flat now for you. This little, what's it called?
Like a
strap. The strap comes with it to keep it flat for when you're travelling.
Yeah.
So then that just all pops out and then you put the pieces, all of your little, these are the flat bottoms, the little flat bottoms to keep it flat. So you push that down flat and then you've got your little dividers as well. And when you've done that, it makes it all go out. And when you want to fold it flat, you just lift them all up, lift them, put them in vertically, and then it goes flat. Your little belt goes around the outside, keeps it nice and flat, and you can store it. I have to say though, Ben, once you've got it, it's never going to be like that again. You might as well use that strap for something else because you are going to fill it and you're going to use it and it's going to be on your desk and you're going to wonder how you ever managed without it. I have 4, one for each different craft. I have a stamping one, I have a die cutting one, I have a crochet one, and I have a general craft one. And they're just easy because it goes on your shelf. If you've got Kallax, if you've got your IKEA units, goes on the shelf, pulls out, dead easy. I'm doing that particular craft. All of my tools are there. Put it away when I'm done. Yeah. It just makes it very simple, Ben.
A lot of love for the craft and carry workstation, and do you know what? How brilliant! You know, Leann.
Saving 20% as well.
I know you under £20 if you're platinum.
That's amazing.
$22.39 if you're in the US and you're platinum. The black is the most popular. That surprises me actually. I would have thought turquoise would have been more popular, but there you go. Who's asking a question? It is Lillian who says, Leann, does your husband empty your buddy bags and claim them as his own, or I don't think I know the answer to this one, or are they brand new ones? So is he emptying them and claiming them as his own, or is he getting his own?
He used to empty and claim them as his own, and I'd find like a little pile on my craft desk of things that were in the buddy bag. And then I'd be like, where? And he'd be like, so useful, thanks. I'm like, well, you didn't ask. There's no point saying thank you before you've took it. Yeesh. So now we've got a system where he will identify the budgie bag and then I'll buy him a one.
Right. Better system, that really, isn't it? Good morning, everyone, from a sunny Maui, says Corinne. Happy birthday, Leanne. Sorry I'm a day late.
Oh, no problem.
Robin M says, I keep the craft and carry workstation in my kitchen island to use as a catch-all. Oh, great idea. Keys, pens, wallet, checkbook, mail. Keep great as like a little mail holder.
I love that. So like the bills to be paid, bills coming up. Yeah, I love that. Stationery, home stationery.
I love the fact you've got a checkbook as well. I've still got a checkbook and everyone laughs at me. Have you got one?
I've got a checkbook, yeah.
Ah. I've told this story before, but money was coming out of my account a few years back, and I was like, where's it? Yeah, I'd left my checkbook in the little tidy that we had in the kitchen, and my wife was forging checks.
For you, taking money from you?
Yeah, and that's like for posting things, and just doing my...
Just doing your thing. Wow.
That's why I hide my checkbook now.
Yeah, hide it, Ben.
Pammy says, I use mine to hold all my supplies. It holds the vinyl tools, cutting mats and more. Gwenda G says, it's crazy how much you can put in that workstation. When making my Christmas cards, I put everything I needed in it. The different dyes, paper, foil, adhesives and all the tools. It kept me very organised. This is what it's all about. Kim Nesbitt Edwardson saying, I have 2 craft and carries on the end of my table. One has stamping stuff. Here we go. It's like Leanne. And the other has my general card making supplies. So again, worth potentially buying a couple, maybe 3 of these to have different ones for different sort of crafty disciplines. Yes, love the tiny pocket. Great even when crafting, says the Enchanted Craft Fairy. Linda says, I've got 2 of these. One has both of my Crafter's Companion guillotines. I love it. One is by, again, this is brilliant. One is by my bedside table with all things I need handy to get to. I should have one of these on my bedside table. My wife's always saying I've got so much rubbish on the bedside table. It would be quite handy to have. And Laurie says, the craft and carry workstation is the best. I am so glad I got it. It's perfect in so many ways. Get 2, people. Says Laurie, get 2. You'll be glad that you did. They're sturdy and no worries of them tipping or falling over. Love it. There's loads of glowing reviews in here. Tracy, I'm really thinking about this workstation. Don't think, just buy. I've been cleaning my craft room and I think this will be ideal for the things you used for your current project. Yeah, and they're also brilliant as well for if you don't have like a designated craft room. I think these are absolutely perfect for that too, because I know Leanne was saying like your chances are once you've got one you won't fold it back down again, but if you don't have a specific space you have got the ability to be able to fold it down and wrap it back up in that strap should you need to. Stephanie says it's the best, and Laurie said would be awesome in the back seat for kids to keep their goodies in one place. Yes, it would. Then they can pick up and take out what they need easily. And then
now
that's
genius idea. That is truly genius for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got one that's for stickers, one that's for painting, that genius idea. I love that.
Comment of the evening so far.
Comment of the evening. Huge round.
That was Laurie Barnett.
Oh, Laurie's on our design team. Laurie Barnett on our design team. Fabulous designer. More round of applause for Laurie. Thank you, Laurie, for everything you do.
Thank you. Let's have a look at the 6x6 paper handler. Again, multi-buy these with a 25% saving. I mean, £2.99 or $3.59 if you're a platinum member on these. And these really are super. You can obviously get these in different sizes, but this is our 6x6. Again, obviously slightly larger than the 6x6. But what you're going to be able to do with this, again, is store all of your papers in there, all of your 6x6 pads. Again, potentially when they're coming towards the end of their life. I love the idea of popping these in here and keeping them all organised. You can buy the dividers individually, so if you want to get the dividers you'll find those on the website. Again, we'll do a little section for you in a little while where we'll go through lots of 3 for 2 deals, but within this you've got the ability to hold up to 300 sheets of paper. You've got that translucent plastic again. It's really sturdy once again, really sturdy plastic this is made out of. So everything is contained in there. It's not going to get damaged. And what I love about this is you've got lots of different ways to be able to store it. So if you want to pop it on the shelf this way round, you can. You've got your little finger hole at the front. You've got one at the back. You might decide, I know a lot of people do, to have it on its side as well. If you want easier access just to pull things out of the front of the paper handler, you can even hold this on the side as well. So there's lots of different ways to store it. It's going to store up to 300 sheets of paper within this, but the genius thing about the paper handler is not only, again, is this a great way to store all of your papers on your shelves within your craft room, but what about an easy way to be able to transport all of those papers when you're maybe going to a friend's house to do some crafting, or going away on holiday, or going to a crop? Well, inbuilt into the sides, if you look at the sides and thinking, those sides look a little bit funny, that's where the handles are housed. How clever is that? So when you want to transport this with you, you simply pop the handles up, take it with you, so it's nice and easy to carry around, and then when you get wherever you're going, or indeed if you get back to your craft room and you want to store this back away on the shelf, those handles just slip back into the side. Such a really, really clever way of storing your papers in there, really innovative, and a great price tonight. These are normally £5, $6. You're at $2.99 if you're platinum this evening, or $3.59. Probably worth stocking up and grabbing a few of those and getting yourself nice and organised. Blessed Crafter Tina Jolly says, Ben, first you call your wifey out for snoring earlier today, now you're calling her out for forgery. I like to share these things with you. I'd be scared to go home tonight if I were you. She'll be absolutely fine, I hope. I'll probably get home and she's changed the locks. Sylv says, I have a workstation by my bed at my mum's to keep my sketchbook, my lotions and potions and bits and pieces tidy. Oh, and Johnny, check the pictures. Kim sent a picture of her craft and carry workstations. I avoided getting the huge mess in the picture. We'll have a look, see if we can get hold of it. And Syl Sparkley says, suggestions, Leanne, can you please bring Tiffany's jumbo fab file for A3 storage? Oh,
yes, we've not had that in stock for a while. Now, there was a reason for that, and I can't remember, Sylv. So let me go and find out for you.
All right, we will find out. Keep the comments, questions, and ideas coming as well. Anything that you'd like to see storage-wise, any suggestions you've got, let us know. But also any merchandise that you'd like to see, we would love your suggestions, please. Just before we get over to Leanne and have a look at an unbelievable deal on the desk made, a half-price deal on that, we're going to have a look at some pictures, I believe, of other items that we've got on the website for you. So these are on a 3 for 2 section, so mix and match these. Card Maker's Fab File combo, so you're going to get the, which size is that, Johnny? Is that the 5x7? Yeah, with a selection of the pockets in there as well. I mean, these are brilliant, Leanne, aren't they, for dies and stamps, and also great for maybe people perhaps who are in the midst of a project to kind of store lots of bits and pieces in.
What I use mine for is for my scraps of paper, and I get them all colour-coded.
Yeah.
So I'll have blues, pinks, greens. I've got one that's just got all my little scraps in that are usable for die cutting, sentiments or something big enough to be used again. And in one pocket I might have some glitter cards, some mirror cards, some blue linen card, but they'll all be themed by colour. So at least I know I can go to that pocket, and it's useful for that. Do you know what? I just think you can't have too many little pockets in your craft room, because it does help you have things organised. And I think it makes for a better crafting experience if you can see it.
Yeah.
And you know you've got it, you're going to use it, and it means you're not running around for 3 hours trying to find it.
And that's Tiffany's big thing, isn't it? It's all about obviously maximising the space, but having stuff in boxes, containers, whatever you want to call them, that you can see, because it's all very well having it stored away, but if you don't know what's in the box, you're never going to use it, are you?
Oh, exactly.
So that's why all of these items are genius. That is the Fab File combo, $5.99 or $7.59. If you just want the 5x7 Fab File on its own, £5.59 or $7.19. By the way, this is just a small idea of the kind of things that you'll find in that 3 for 2. So do have a good route around on the website. If you hit the show button, or indeed the shop the day button, you'll see all of those. We've got some vinyl storage sleeves in here as well. 30-piece selection there at $4.79 or $6.39. the album case fab file. There's basically fab files of all sorts of different sizes that we've got available for you on the website. The album case fab file that we've got just here for you, again in the 3 for 2. £4.79 platinum, $7.99 if you're shopping in the US. Then the 6x6 fab file, again, lots of different sizes of these. You can get all of the divider tabs available as well that you can pop into those. £5.59 for the 6x6 fab file, or $6.39 if you're in the US and you are platinum. Hi to Lillian, who says, I've been looking for something to store A3 in for ages. We'll get back to you on that, obviously. And Joe saying, I keep each of my Crafter's Companion collections in 12x12 fab files. Again, how do you sort of store stuff? Do you store stuff by collection, or do you store stuff by what you're using at the time? Collections. Yeah.
Collection for me, because I feel that we take an amount of time to put a collection together because it works well as a collection. So I like to store as a collection. However, there are parts of collections that I might store separately because they're just generic if I buy them as one-offs. So it varies, Ben. For example, I've got a whole die file with butterflies in because I want every kind of butterfly and I want to be able to see them all because I want to pick the right one. But on the whole, 85% of the time by collection, because I just think it helps. If that's been curated and designed in that way for you, that's why we do it, to make life easy for you at home. So it's easier, I think, to have them. My personal preference, by collection.
Good stuff. Keep the questions coming in. This next deal you're about to see, well, it's up on the screen now, is amazing. It's the most popular deal of the day so far. Now, just to say, if you've got elements of the desk made already, you can buy the clip pods and indeed the smaller pods within the actual desk made itself individually. If you haven't got it, I urge you to get this deal because it is quite simply brilliant. £24.37 platinum, $29.06 for the complete desk made system, Leanne.
Complete. I mean, the fact that you're saving your £30 and almost $37 there is a phenomenal saving. It's almost, well, if you're a platinum member, it's less than half price, which is absolutely incredible. Now, this is a genius set. So much I want to say about it, I really do. These are critical and crucial to why they are fantastic, so I'll talk to you about them. Now, what you're getting is a tray, and I love the fact that this tray, look, I'm going to take these out so you can see, and then we'll put them back in. So let me just take out all of the different ones that you're getting. And I think capacious is the word of the day, Ben.
It is the word.
Because there's so many useful things here. And you can see I'm taking them all out, and then you've got this great tray. Now, the good thing about this tray is this ski slope here, because what that means is it's got storage for you, which means it's not all going to fall out the back. It gives it that sturdiness and structure. And then you can fill the tray with, you know, whatever you want to use. But the other good thing is that I'm just going to take these little bits out and put them all back in there. I'm just doing it because the other good thing is the tray has this really robust base in there, so that when it's full, and I'll show you when I put all of my stuff in, when it's full, you don't get a saggy bottom.
And you don't want a saggy bottom.
No, and what that means is if you have got your Kallax or your IKEA your shelves, whatever shelf you've got, and if you've got your whole loaded tray on your shelf, you can pull it out, pick it up and take all of your pieces. They're not going to wobble and fall all over because it's going to be supported with that lovely sturdy bottom. So you've got that in there. Now let me just talk to you before I fill it up. Let me talk to you about these clips because they're genius. I love them. So you've got our totally, now I use these for so many more things than what I'm about to show you. They were designed for how I'm about to show you, but I actually use them to clip together all of my little scraps of ribbon, my colours ribbon, to keep my ribbon organised, scraps of paper organised. I use it for indexing on all of my files. That paper file you've just had there, can I come over, Ben? Can I go over? I'm going for a live walk over to see Ben. Okay.
Come on over to my side.
I use, you know your paper, your 6x6 paper one? I use my spare ones of these.
Oh, genius.
To do that.
I love that
now,
idea.
I wrote that too big for you, but when it's on your shelf, you don't have to remember what's inside there. You can just label it. They're fantastic for that as well. So I'll go back to from whence I came, Ben, but I use them for that.
I really like that idea. I'm glad that you came over to my side.
Yeah, I just thought I'd show you because they're so useful.
Absolutely.
I've used them on buddy bags, I've used them on all sorts.
Yeah.
So they're really usable. However, they were meant, each of these pockets have got, I'm going to put my hand in, they've got these little slip pieces here. Now, they're useful just to slip other things in for storage, but their creation was actually to do this, to clip the pods together.
Yeah.
And when you clip them together, what you can do is make a train. And that means that they move around together. So you're customising your solution because you can clip 4 of them together on your shelf if you want. And it means then that you're creating your own storage in your drawer so that they'll move with you and they won't all fall apart. So the clips were designed to do that. However, I use them for 101 other reasons in my craft room. So incredibly useful. So they come, I believe you get a pack of the clips in there. Yeah.
You get the clips in there as well,
which is amazing. So let's just talk about all of the other things you get. You get your 12 by 12 paper wallet there, and I've got 3 full 12 by 12 pads in there, and space, I would say, comfortably for another 4.
At least, yeah.
At least. So you're going to get a good 8 12 by 12 pads in there, very, very comfortably. Then I've got this little storage one here, which again has the ski slope on, you can see there. Great for your cutting plates, but actually great for your 6 by 6 paper pads as well, if that's what you want to do, because they will fit in there, and you'll get a good 8 6 by 6 pads in there. I've got some rocker blocks in, I've got some junior plates, cutting plates, that's what I've put in there. Put in there whatever you want. Then you've got this storage bin. I actually use this as a waste bin on my desk. Nice idea. Because it's very, very useful. So I do use it as a waste bin. But in here, I've got dyes, I've got pots of stuff. You know, you can put your sparklings in there, you can put your bottles, your Gildan flakes. It's huge. Isn't it nice just to have a container like that? You just chuck stuff in. Chuck your stuff in. And at home, I have to tell you, mine has got a random pile of, I won't use the word, things in there that I'm like, oh, it'll be in that bucket. Because where do I stuff that thing? Oh, it'll be in there. Yeah. It's a bit like my man drawer. Yeah. My female craft drawer. Your gubbins box. Thank you, Ben. That's what Jan calls hers. Far more polite. Gubbins. This one, oh my word, I can't tell you how fabulous this little one is. Because of the size of it, you can put your pens in, you can put your rolls of foils, I've got my scissors, you can put your tubes of paint, just usable for all of your little tools. Look, that fits in there too. Yeah. Then we've got our pen pot, fantastic for all my most used pens. Then I've got this is great, I use this, I'm going to go and grab them and show you. I use it for paint brushes, tweezers, rulers, little scissors, flower forming tools, bone folders and craft knives. Yeah. So it's a great little storage space to put these little tools in that usually rattle around all over the place because it's a nice small size, and the height of it isn't too high for you to be able to find those smaller tools. They're not going to slip away and get lost. So you've got that hidden in there as well. Rulers, go on that back one. Look, this is crap. In each of those little pots, what am I using? Oh, I'm just going to use this one. Yeah. Take it out, work with it. So it's really great in the fact that it's all compact and together, but you can take out the piece that you want to use. And it's on that slidable tray. Not only that, look, if it's stored on your Kallax or whatever, your IK unit, whatever unit you've got, and you want to pull this tray off and craft with it, handle. Oh, pulls perfect. Straight off. Yeah. And then I'm going to pick this up and show you. No soggy bottom. No. Sturdy bottom. Sturdy bottoms everywhere on that. Because, and that's full, that's quite heavy. You could fit a lot more in. It isn't going to bend, it isn't going to break, it isn't going to flop. You're not going to drop everything on the floor. Pull that off your shelf, take it to where you want to craft and it's there. And of course, you've got all of those fabulous little clips in there. And these, I can't tell you how genius they are. The other thing I love, Ben, is you can have things rattling around on the bottom there if you're using them. Look, they're not going to go anywhere because we've got the lip on the tray, so they're not going to roll off. So in terms of a tray to craft on, it's great, especially if you've got things that roll around or beads and things like that. Just really, really... Oh, she just thinks of everything, doesn't she? And everything is usable, everything's genuinely just why didn't I think of that? And you can stash all of your stuff in it just for getting organised. I love, alongside my craft and carry, I use this a lot.
Yeah, it's such a brilliant bit of kit. Loads of you chatting about the desk maid. It's a half-price deal today. I mean, literally no other better time than right now to get this. Less your platinum discount, you're at £24, $29. I love the desk maid, says Janine. I have it so I can organise so many items and they are compartmentally organised. Stephanie saying my collections are stored together except the 12 by 12 paper pads. They're in paper handlers. And Olga saying, yes, exactly the same as Leanne. Love the square one, the square bin that you get. I use it as a trash bin on the craft table. Annie Cagle just saying the desk maid would be perfect for a craft along as well. Yes, getting all of your items in there, ready for that craft along. Few questions coming through. Carolyn Michael Klein says, can anyone recommend anything to store all the Academy of Colour collections? I mean, they already come in storage, really, don't they? And they stack quite nicely,
They stack nicely. I would say, obviously your stamps, etc., are going to come out in the binders. If you want to take your pens out in the trays and your pencils out in the trays, do not have the big boxes all stacked up. Because I understand space can sometimes be of a premium. I would take those out and just have them stacked on top of each other. Because what you don't want to do is upend them. You want to keep your pens horizontal. I know a lot of people have actually just took them out and put them in, you know, these, what do you call the plastic bags with the trays in, the flat ones?
Plastic bags with the trays in the flat ones?
Is it slide, stash and store?
Oh yes.
No, the compartmentally what these ones, Ben.
I'm coming over.
I never know the names of them.
Oh, Lisa? Oh, these ones, the paper takers.
The paper takers, but there's another range with, they're not paper takers, they've got plastic drawers.
Yes, I know the ones you mean.
The names escape me, you know the one I mean.
I'm going to look it up and I'll find it.
Thank you, Ben. You know the one I mean.
You get the different size drawers in, don't you?
You get the different drawers in.
Yeah.
A lot of people have put them in there. We'll get the name for you and we'll let you know. And that's great because you've got the drawer, so it stops everything rattling around, but they're all in one bag then.
Terry's just saying, my daughter needs something for cosmetics and hair products. Is the Totally Tiffany range as washable as the Crafter's Companion travel case? I'd say buddy bags for cosmetics and hair products.
Buddy bags, yeah.
Because they're white clean, aren't they?
All the way.
And I think... Oh, and Lynn asked, would the desk maid fit in your Lois or Cindy bag? I want to say that it's the base of it's probably...
What the desk maid, is that the blue one?
Yeah, I don't know if the...
Yes, it does.
It does, does it?
Yeah,
the whole thing goes
in full. Goes in loaded. In your Lois.
Perfect. And Corinne Hetton just saying, I love the desk maid. I have several, ordering another one for my husband, who's a musician, a place to store his guitar strings and such. Amazing. Literally, we look at these for your crafts, but there's so many reasons that you'd buy them for elsewhere in your life and for your partners, friends, whoever it may be, even if they're not crafty. Let's give you opportunity to check out your baskets when we come back. More goodies to show you, lots more of your comments coming through as well. But right now, good opportunity for you to get to the checkout. And when we come back, as I say, lots more deals as part of our Get Organised week with Totally Tiffany.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Tired of trying to get creative in a cluttered craft space? Sick of wasting precious time hunting for the tools and supplies you need? Then it's time to get organised. Start the new year with a fresh new look for your craft workspace with Totally Tiffany. Join us from Monday the 16th of January to Sunday the 22nd for a week of amazing shows dedicated to turning your craft space into a haven of creativity. Tiffany herself will be popping into Crafters TV with craft storage solutions to keep your entire collection organised, accessible and easy to find. Check out the Crafters Companion website and tune in to Crafters TV every day for a series of special sales, offers and shows. Plus a one-off US warehouse clearance show with Sarah and Tiffany. You won't want to miss out on this opportunity to go from cluttered to creative.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome back, everybody. Lots of you checking out your baskets over the course of that little break there. We're almost an hour into the show. It's absolutely flying by. Keep chatting at us. Let us know why you love Totally Tiffany products so much. Let us know which of the range that you've got. Throw stuff around the studio. I mean, whatever you fancy doing, we would love to hear from you. We're planning on claiming a patch of land in spring for a hen house and to get chickens, says Pammy, but we've got to figure out how to secure it from the foxes. They get so much onto the property. I mean, I don't know if anything from the Totally Tiffany range might be able to help you, but you never know. Carolyn says, I've just bought 2. I think that was of the desk maids. One for me, one as a birthday gift from my friend. I hope I can save it for her and not keep it for myself. And Scrapcare says, I love organising. My newest favourite is the Sarah buddy bag for my tri-blends. Just a quick look at the slide stash and store collection that we've got for you too. 3 different sizes available for you. And again, these are brilliant, made of your hard translucent plastic, brilliant for storing all sorts of goodies in them. We've got 3 different sizes that you're going to get within this set. The smaller of the 3, I mean, we've popped in here some of our re-inkers, a great place to store things like your glues as well. And then the larger of the 3, I mean, again, you could go a little bit bigger on this. If you wanted to store some of your papers in there, you can do. But I mean, we've put in here some of our stamp sets, big enough to pop in some of your sprays, bigger bottles of glue. But again, the genius about this is, and Tiffany is all very big on the fact, again, of having things stored away, maximising your space once again, and I think it's very similar to what we saw with the desk made a little bit earlier on. These are going to be able to like push right back into your units, whether it's like your Calyx units, whether you bought them from IKEA, wherever it might be. These will go right back, so you've got plenty of space to go right back into the back of the unit. But then when you need to draw the things out, when you need to select them, you've got, if I turn it around that way for you, you've got your little finger hole there, so you can simply select it off your shelf. And you can see things so simply, and once again, great for storing things by collection. I think these are absolutely perfect, as we've seen here, for storing things like your inkers in there, things like your glues. As I say, you could potentially go a lot bigger, particularly with this, like your...
maximising your vertical space as well in the shelf unit.
So if like your 12 by 12 pads,
yes,
you could fit
100%.
in there.
And for the lady who was asking about hair products, the middle unit there, I keep my hair product in the middle unit.
You keep your hair products in it?
In the middle one.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've got them on a shelf because I have got, since I've embraced the curly journey, I've got
the
curly journey. So I've got No sulfate, no silicon, no man-made, no mineral oil, no paraben, no drying alcohol, like the ridiculous. So I spend a fortune on hair products, and I've got to have them kept nice. So I use that middle one, so that'll be because it's wipe cleanable.
Yeah.
So if something spills out the bottom, you can wipe clean. So I think they're great for that too. My husband has these in the garage with all of his bike lubricants and spray oils and stuff in.
I was going to say as well, like perfect for, where's, outside of your craft room, where's the messiest place?
Kitchen.
Under your kitchen sink.
Under the kitchen sink. You know the little one with the little re-inkers in there?
Yeah.
Spice bottles. I've got all my spice jars in the spice cupboard, and it really does maximise your vertical space really well because you can. I've got those little, you know, you get them in the. Used to be called Betterware years ago. I don't know what it's called now, but you get the little.
You get the catalogue.
Yeah, the little shelves that stack up. I've got those little ones with the re-inkers in with my spices in. Several of them side by side on a couple of shelves. So many more jars than I would normally get in the cupboard. Really great for that. I think just get them. Don't sit at home worrying about what am I going to put in them, because when you get them home, you will find the perfect way to use them. They're just incredibly usable.
They really are. I mean, it makes me shudder when I think about what it looks like under the kitchen sink in our house. And I think if I had a set like this to kind of get everything organised, it might make me want to go under there more, which might mean that I'd have to do some more cleaning. So.
But it means you. So here's what I do, Ben.
Yeah.
The under of my kitchen cupboard, the cleaner materials in the utility room, used to be, in the words of Craig Revel Horwood, a disaster, darling. Because it was just, I mean, it was literally open the cupboard, fling it in. And so you would have baskets, but piles. And then when I cleaned the cupboard out, I'd find 4 bottles of the same cleaner because I'd opened the cupboard, couldn't see the cleaner, thought I haven't got any, bought another bottle of the cleaner. When you've got it organised with that, you don't do that because you can see what you've got.
Yeah.
So you don't waste money buying 4 bottles on the same thing 4 times over, because you open the cupboard and it's all standing up for you. So I've already got one, it's half full, I don't need to buy another one yet, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So it saves you wasting money as well.
Yeah, it does. And do you know what? I'm just talking about your husband's use of this in the garage. I think, again, perfect, because I don't know if you're... I mean, I had a bit of a tidy out in my garage before the new year, but still, we've got like a shelving unit in there, and I know there's stuff just like chucked all over there. When you think about the various lotions and potions that you have in there, or like bits of DIY pieces which are all over the place, this is, again, a great way to get everything organised, see what you've got. Like Leann said, a great way to potentially save a bit of money, because if it's all organised there and you can see it, chances are you're then not going to go out and buy something that you've already got. So, great tip. Even if you can't think of what you might use these for now, definitely you will be able to use them for something. So it's great to have them there for that time when you do decide to have a clear out. You go, bought those slide stash and store collections off Crafters TV with a 30% discount. I'm going to use them today. I'm going to use them now. Don't pay £25 or $32 though. Pay this price today, £13.60 or $17.60 if you're platinum. And of course, you can multi-order these too.
I love that. And also, can I just say, caravanners and motorhomers.
Oh, yeah.
For your caravan cupboards and your motorhome cupboards, the length of that fits into the base higher wall cupboards, because I use them in my caravan, and great for keeping everything when you're travelling in your RVs, your motorhomes and your caravans. Stops everything from rattling around in the cupboard. So I've got the anti-slip cover on the shelf, and then stack them all up. It maximises the space in your small mobile living space and means everything is really organised. They're great for that too. So don't just think craft, think of so many other uses, because they're flat pack, wipeable, really great, just fabulous for so many different things, Ben, especially when you're saving that.
Janine says, I use the stash and stores in my garage to organise my cleaning items. Linda says, I had to get that desk made to go on my Crafter's Companion desk. Lynette saying, couldn't resist a desk made. I mean, it's a great price today, isn't it? Just perfect. And Laura Fair says, good morning. I've been organising my craft room all morning. I just wanted to take a break and tune in. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, particularly if you're organising, Laura, because that's what this week is all about. Organisation, getting your craft room spick and span, and as we've talked about, getting just your life in general, your home in general, organised. Now, can I just say, I had a play with these this morning, so I'm not that devastated, but my favourite Totally Tiffany item has packed up and popped over to the other side of the studio with Leann. If you have not seen these, you've arrived on a great day, because as far as I'm concerned, one of the best Totally Tiffany items I've ever seen. They look the business, they are the business. They're the pack and pops with the pick and pluck foam, and you've got them at the best ever price today, Leann. Best ever price.
Try saying that without your teeth in. Pack and pops with pick and pluck foam. I mean, really, that's a tongue twister if ever there was one, Ben. I agree with you. They're fantastic.
They are great.
And so usable. And I use them for makeup brushes and paintbrushes because they just keep them nice and clean in a way. So for the lady, for cosmetics, for your daughter, for makeup brushes and hair tools and combs and all of those things that you need, perfect for that too. Let's go through them one by one. So you've got 3 sizes. I can't believe that you're getting all 3 of these for £31.20 or £36.80. The fact that you're saving that £16 or nearly $20 is absolutely phenomenal on these, I have to say. And you're getting all 3 and the quality is exceptional. So you've got this lovely, if you've had anything Crafter's Companion before, like our die folders, our wheelable totes, our craft totes, you know, with the purple floral print, it's the same white clean fabric that you've got here with that lovely micro dot on. And then the faux leather is the same as the faux leather that we've had on our other products for you. So it's really touchable, it feels premium, beautiful. So you've got the zip lid on, this is the largest, the zip round on here, and you can see you've got that lovely half moon, so it's a great size. Look at the size of the base, great amount of space in there. And the reason they're called pack and pop is because you can pop it down and pop your stuff in. So you just pull that down and it reveals the contents for you. Now, this is great for your markers, and you can see how I've got our markers stored in here. I'm going to take them out because I want to show you what the pick and pluck foam is. See, I've got a bone folder in there. I actually use this larger one for all of my makeup brushes at home. But it's great for your larger craft tools, like your big Crafter's Companion scissors and things like that. Now, pick and pluck foam comes in here, and it comes already in the bag. You don't have to pay for this extra. And what pick and pluck foam is, this foam, which has this grid system inside, and that means you decide what you're going to store in here, and that means you pick and you pluck out the bit of foam that you don't need. So you can make a space by just putting your finger in, and it'll make a hole for you to put it in. If you've got a larger tool that you want to put in there, you can actually pluck that piece of foam out, and it makes a large receptacle for you to be able to put in the larger tool that you want to keep nice and vertical. So this comes fully intact, and then you decide where you want holes to be. So for example, with this pick and pluck here, what I've done is made a long place there. So I could actually put in there a small Gemini Go folder. I'm going to use this because this is the size. You know, I could stick that in there if I wanted to. I can use my bone folder, which will now fit nicely in there. And then it's kept nice and vertical and rigid. So this makes each one of these bags completely customizable. You choose where you want to put those holes or pick out the pieces. And that comes included in the bag. None of the other bags that you might have seen with this kind of technology on, you know, on big websites like Amazon, etc., come with that in. They're an empty bag like that. I'll show you again. They're an empty bag, and you have to do this. And then everything rattles around. And you still can't find the little things fall to the bottom.
And it lightly falls over.
Does that because there's no rigidity in it. So we didn't want that. We wanted to fix the problem for you, to stop the bag from falling over, for it to sit nicely on the desk, and for it to have all of the perfect places for you to be able to stand your tools inside. And you can see I'm easily now just looking at the spaces that I've plucked out inside and then popping my pens in. So I'll not fill that one up fully because you've seen how you do it, but you see it keeps it. They don't rattle around. It's absolutely genius. And you can fit a phenomenal amount in there. When you're done, you just pull that up, zip the lid, and off you go. So it's perfect desktop, travel and usable storage. That's the large one. The medium one works in exactly the same way. So you just open it down, you pop it down. You've got the foam inside, and you can see in here we've got our scissors. This could be your cutting bag, it could be your die cutting one. We've got a die tool, a craft knife. We've got all 3 sizes of our scissors in there. I've actually got my little, as Craig calls it now, a crimpler.
A crimpler?
That's stuck in there. But can I just show you, we've made a little space for the crimpler in here with our pick and pluck foam there. And look, that crimpler isn't falling to the bottom of the bag. It's there. because it's in that foam, so I can just get that when I need it. I don't have to take everything out and tip it all on the desk and find it and then go rummaging for it again. I've got a little packet of my blades in there, which is great. Pokey tools standing upright, point down, so they're nice and safe and they're kept upright. So great in the medium size for the same reasons, and also in the small size. There we go, you can see. And actually for this one, I love this for your smaller tools, such as your little tweezers, because the small one, it's the height that changes, Ben. Let me just show you. Can you see? So you've got a bigger bottom to be able to store more in. Well, my bottom's definitely bigger than your bottom, but you know what I mean. And you can see here, bigger bottom again. And then you've also, though, it's a change in height. So the height is important for taller, larger tools, the next size, and then your smaller tools. And being able to put in your little things like your tweezers here in this pick and pluck, but still be able to see them and not have them rattling around at the bottom, it's great. So for small tool organisation, medium and larger, genuinely, completely genius.
Yeah, they are.
But not only that, they look premium, Ben.
That's it.
They look and feel like a real premium faux leather, wipe clean with that pick and pluck foam in there. They look expensive, but they're not. It looks like you've spent a lot of money on that. And actually, all three of them for £31.20 or £36.80. It's very good value for money, and they really do solve all of your tool problems for at home or travelling.
Make sure you pick up the pack and pop with the pick and plucks.
Yeah, pack and pop with the pick and pluck foam.
Because they pack a punch.
They pack a punch.
Perfect. They're the most, I think, aesthetically pleasing items as far as the Totally Tiffany range is concerned. Best ever price today. Laurie says, I've also ordered the Pick and Pop collection, shopping day for me. The Pick and Pop 3-piece is nice, says Shadiah. The larger one houses all the scissors, so no one knows where the scissors are now. Laurie saying I've ordered 2 desk mates, some extra bits, can't wait to get them. And I've shelves in some of my Kallax cubes, says Olga Vasquez, and the smaller stash and store are phenomenal, keeping re-inker sprays, embossing powders, they hold tons. And Gilmore says on YouTube, I wish included in those bags was an elf to help organise. I think that's in like the next version of the pack and pops, that you'll get the free elf. Buy 3, get 1 elf for free. Next up, the rotating design board. This is the new and improved version, and absolutely brilliant for all sorts of crafting, but also, as we chatted about last time we had this on, you guys love this again for lots of other reasons within your life, from board games to having this on the dinner table and more. This one is the new rotating design board, made of plastic, so it's slightly lighter than the previous version, which I really like. So it's a lot more easy to transport, and you've also got the little pieces on the bottom here, so when you're popping this in place on your table, it's going to stay in place, which I think is really, really nice. It's not going to move all over the place. Once again, you've got that 360-degree rotation, so this is so perfect for a whole host of different things, particularly you know, if you like to do your drawing, if you like to do your painting and sketching, rather than having that whole awkward thing of having to move the paper around. And we've seen it here. How many times have you seen shows where we've forgotten to have the rotating design board on the show, and then we've had to get Jake or Tracy to bring one in to make it easier for the guys to do their drawing and their colouring. It is absolutely perfect for that. It does also come with, I was just looking for it in the box, and we haven't got it in the box here, but you will get the bulldog clip with this too. So whether you're kind of working with this on the portrait, whether you're using it landscape, it's nice and easy to keep in place the particular piece of work that you're maybe colouring or sketching. Again, perfect if you love a painting. I always think these are great too for maybe you're into your pottery, for example, or something like that, or if you like to, you know, paint objects, for example, rather than having to like kind of, you know, move it around on your desk and potentially, you know, get fingerprints on your work, you can simply pop your item onto your little rotating design board and move it around that way. So it's absolutely perfect for that. On the go as well. Do you know what? I know so many of you love to be able to kind of craft on the go. It's super portable. because you will get the Nancy tote bag included as well. So you've got the bag, the perfect partner for this to go in as well. But, you know, for crafting on the train, crafting like Leann says, you know, when you're going away maybe in the caravan, this is absolutely perfect for that. Dimensions wise, it's 11.5 by 9 inches. And, you know, so many of you, talk to me in the comments about this as well. I know a lot of you multi-ordered these. You keep one for your craft side of things, and the amount of people now who, I don't know if it was Debbie Fisher that started the craze with this or whether you all did it in the first place anyway, but the amount of people who use this for board games is immense. Debbie Fisher uses this for Scrabble.
Yes. Brilliant for Scrabble and Monopoly.
Yeah, well, Monopoly as well.
Yeah.
I won't tell you where Debbie Fisher plays.
I will. In the bath.
In the bath.
In the bath with Al.
Yes.
On one of those little things that goes across the middle of the bath
Yeah.
with the thing on and the Scrabble board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, people have been telling me that they use these on their dining room tables.
Yes.
As almost like a sort of like a
Lazy Susan. For your condiments.
Yeah. Which is absolutely perfect for that. So it's not just outside of, just not craft. It's within the whole of your regular life as well. These are absolutely perfect. And great again, just of an evening, because there must be times when you want to come out of your craft room and maybe do a bit of drawing or a bit of crafting or stamping, whatever it might be. But you know, sit with the rest of the family. Perfect as a little lap.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Ben. Really fabulous. I do love the board game option. My friend has like a big piece of board. She has one of them jigsaw, you know, the big jigsaws.
Yeah.
She puts a big piece of MDF on that.
Yeah.
Actually, on the larger one, and then has a jigsaw on there, and they can turn it round and, you know, get their jigsaw pieces, and somebody else can have a go.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect. And just to say again, if you look at that price, that's amazing. £20.80. Just to mention, you will get a bulldog clip with yours as well. We give you its perfect partner, which is the Nancy tote bag. So it is absolutely super for transporting wherever you go. The Nancy tote, again, I mean, just beautifully made. It's super sturdy. It's going to carry a big weight in here, but you've got the button pocket on the front there, again, all see-through, and there's two inside pockets as well. So, you know, thinking about taking this with you, you know, on holiday, maybe you are travelling on the train or whatever it might be. Maybe you're a passenger in the car and you want to take, you know, some items with you. You've got your board in there. There's plenty of room for popping in things like your papers and pens and all these kind of things. So really, as a perfect pair, I mean, you're not going to get much better than this. What a price today on that too. 25% off. £20.80 or $24.80, I just think is absolutely immense. Let me know in the comments if you've got yours and why you love yours so much. I love the rotating design board, says Laura. I even have one in the kitchen. Here's another great idea. Laura uses hers for cake decorating.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, my sister would absolutely love that.
That's a great idea.
It's a genius idea.
So
I'm going to buy Marielle one.
You what?
I'm going to buy Marielle one.
Okay, yeah.
After the show.
Because I just...
I'm buying her one.
Because, you know, I mentioned about doing painting and stuff, but for like with a cake again, rather than having to turn the cake and worry about it toppling over, just move the board around.
Genius.
That's why you guys have got so many great tips for us as well. Stephen's ordered the embossing station, 2 of the pop-up bins at bargain prices. Crafty Angie's ordered the rotating design board. It's so great for colouring.
It is.
And Rhonda says she's picked a pack and pops. Gilmore says, I can say Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppercorns better. And loads of you guys just chatting about how great the show is tonight. Stephen just asking, that's a good question actually, because we had one of... I saw one the other day. The 12 by 12 rotating design board, is that going to be back in stock at any point?
Well, I've got one here, so...
yeah, oh, it was in the Lisa bag, wasn't it?
It was in the Lisa bag, so I've just took it out because I want to show you about with paper pads in. But I don't know why it's not, so let me chase that for you, because yes, there's no reason why that shouldn't be back in stock.
We have it as a prop for this next item that Leann's going to show you. One of the deals of the day coming up here, because you're going to get a Lisa Buddy bag with the dividers, and then we're giving you another Lisa Buddy bag for free.
And it's hard to believe. It's hard to imagine. In the words of John Lennon, imagine, honestly. Yes. And to get them for the price that you can see on the screen is absolutely incredible. Now, I just want to check with my team here because I can't remember Does the Lisa bag come with the tray plus the dividers? Does Lisa come with that slidey tray?
You get the, and
You get
the dividers.
the tray and the dividers in one, and then you get another Lisa bag, which would be the bag and the tray.
Yeah, no dividers in the
But
second
no
one.
dividers, right.
Yeah.
That's what I want to, because I want to show you the different way to use them.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 2 Lisa bags, just so everybody knows what they're getting at home. In this deal, for your 21.34, 26.78, you're going to get 2 of these bags and 2 of these trays that go in the bag.
Yeah.
These slidey trays for in the bag are fantastic because of the rigidity. I'm going to show you why in a second. You will plus get 10 of these tabbed dividers.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to show you how I use them. So that's everything you get in for your 21.34 or 26.78, which is fantastic value for money. Now, the Lisa with that slidey tray, I cannot manage without these for this reason. They catalogue my 12 by 12 pads brilliantly. The fact that you've got the slidey tray in there is brilliant. And I've fit up to 4 in mine without the tabbed dividers. So there's 4, and you can see, I mean, there's really, this is what I mean about them being bendy, Ben. There's room for 1 more in there, really.
Yeah.
You know, and I've got 4 in. Look how great that is. Really portable, 4 full 12 by 12 pads in there and supported. But the great thing is with that tray, if you don't want to keep all of your pads fully intact like that, if you've been using them quite a lot, what they're great for is the storage of individual 12 by 12 papers. Because you've got that storage tray in there, it stops them getting dog-eared and bent. So it really is fantastic. If you've got a lot of 12 by 12s or paper pads with, I have them all the time, 3 12 by 12 pads, not 3 pads, 12 by 12 pads with 3 sheets left in. And I don't want to keep the whole outer binder for that. You can make yourself your own 12 by 12 paper storage from doing that, which is where these dividers come in handy, because then what you do is you write on here the name, whatever it is, just get yourself a permanent marker, and then under there I could have a beautiful remnants, and then I'll have another little divider, and I'll put in there whatever this was, can't remember, Santa's Kitchen. So I've got, I don't know, 5 Santa's Kitchens left. Let me just take them out. They're going to go in. And so this then gives me my own library of custom papers. Then I put Santa's Kitchen on there.
You've got your own paper library.
Yes, you're making your own paper library. That goes on there. And then, you know, I've got here, what's this? Autumn Blessings.
Autumn Blessings, yeah.
So I've got a couple of those Autumn Blessings left. Let's whip them out. And then they go in on top. And then another little divider, Autumn's Blessings on top of that. So then I've created this whole storage system.
That's
but the
great.
great thing is, because it's on a slidable tray, they're not all falling out and wafting all over. I can take that out and just go, I fancy my beautiful. Where is it there? Beautiful, okay, thanks. Beautiful, those ones, I'll have that one. So you're just making yourself your own little library, which is absolutely fantastic. So you're going to get 2 Lisas, the trays, 2 trays, plus 10 of these. So you could choose to use all 10 in one or 5 and 5. Now what I've done is, at home, I might have 2 full 12 by 12 pads, and then above my scrap pieces divided with my 5 by 5, so they're organised. You're going to use that however you see fit. I just want to show you though that the 12 by 12 design, rotating design board, you can see that this then slides in to that tray.
Perfect fit.
An absolute perfect fit. So if you do have one of those, it's great for that. Personally, I don't use that for my 12 by 12 design board. We're just showing you a good size piece with that. For me, I've got all of my 12 by 12s organised, and then I've got those dividers, and I've got my little pieces of paper organised. They're not getting dog-eared. They're catalogued beautifully, and I can see exactly what I need when I need it, and it's I have them themed. So I have one for Christmas, one for spring, one for summer. Sometimes I might have all of my fairy collections in there. We've all got them, and we've all got tons of them. It just means that you're not losing those bits of paper. You can keep it catalogued, you know where it belongs, and it's easily accessed, and it's not dog-eared and dusty.
They are brilliant for that. Patty Phillips is saying, I use Lisa bags to store my collections. Irene and George are saying, Ben and Leanne, I use rotating boards for colouring all the time. Sorry, I use my rotating board for colouring all the time. And Mary Pat is saying, I always want to organise after these shows. That's what it's about. And hopefully this week, this is the official launch show of the Get Organised week with Totally Tiffany. As I say, Tiffany will be with us Thursday night and also Friday night live from the US. But hopefully, you know, we've brought you loads of great deals, loads of great ideas to get organised. So if that was a crafty New Year's resolution, hopefully we're giving you the tools to be able to do it. Just before I show you the pop-up trash cans, a few questions coming in about your hair, Leanne. We said nothing was off limits tonight. You know.
Nothing's, no.
Olga's just saying that she wished she had your curls, and Gilmore says, Leanne, have you done your curly hair tips and tricks tutorial yet?
So what I've done on my Facebook page is give you the link to 2 Instagram accounts where I've learned everything, because I don't think it would be fair for me to take what they've worked out and then pass it on to you. So I like to be authentic. So on my Facebook page, if you go and have a look, there's a video and I give you the names of 2 accounts, which is Welsh Curly Girl and Curly Cast. And they are fine curlies like myself. And I've learned everything I know from them.
Marvellous stuff.
And can I just say, if you do have wavy and you do have frizzy hair and you think you wish you had curls like mine was a complete nut of frizz bomb. I was like the mad doctor of Back to the Future until I started following these 2 ladies and I understood what my hair needed. So you too can have a curl. Go and watch those ladies and I'm sure you'll have an epiphany and then you'll be following the journey along, I'm sure.
I should have had curly hair because my mum always told me when I was younger that if I ate my crusts, which I always did, that I'd have curly hair. I think she lied to me.
What your mum said to you to go. Well, I told my son if he ate his carrot to be able to see in the dark.
But there is a bit of truth behind that, though, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah, it's the truth, because what is it in the carrots? Oh, there's something in carrots that it is good for you. No, it isn't a gag. It's generally not a gag. Is it? I want to say it's keratin, but that's not it, is it?
There's keratin in carrots.
It's that. It's something like that, which is, it doesn't necessarily help you see in the dark, but it's good for your eyesight. So it is a bit of truth in that.
Ah.
Johnny, Johnny's just gone, oh, there's a gag coming here, there's a gag coming here. I don't always do gags. I do sometimes say things which are useful as well. Thank you, Rich in Vitamin A, which is good, which is important for good vision. And Susie's just said, talk about craft rooms. And do you know what, Susie? Great minds think alike here. I think we should do a little fun segment on this, like a through the keyhole type thing.
Yes.
She says, I would love to see everyone's craft rooms and how they're organised. We should do a craft room segment, show a new craft room every week. So, you know, we could basically just show you the craft room, right? And then you have to try and work out which one of our experts who would craft in a place like this.
I'm not showing you mine.
Wouldn't that be fun? What? Not in yours?
Oh, dear me. I don't know if I'd want to share it. It's an absolute... I mean, there's a lot of storage, but I've got a lot of things everywhere.
Mm. We could give you time to, you know, get it...
Have a little dust.
Yeah.
Are you going to come along like Keith Lemon, who would live in a... Are you going to come along and have a little rummage?
I'd be more like Lloyd Grossman.
Lloyd Grossman.
Yeah. I can't
more
quite
Lloyd Grossman.
Get his accent, though. He was Boston, wasn't he, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I said we'd do it through the keyhole. It's like literally just what I said, guys, in the gallery. They go, we should do a through the keyhole segment. That's what this whole chat is about, through the keyhole. I said through the keyhole at the start. Nobody ever listens to a word I blooming say. I don't know why I bother. Put me in the trash can.
You can go and have a look in Simon's garage at all of what he does with his bikes, with his storage.
Yes.
You could do that.
You could do
but
that.
then you would know it was Simon.
But then we know it was Simon, wouldn't we? You know.
Yeah.
Just want to quickly show you these. Whoop. Do you know what? I know, we'll ask Leanne in just a second, but whenever I see these, I don't think about craft with these straight away. I mean, great for little pop-up trash cans for having by the side of your craft desk for, you know, throwing your trash into if you want. But I look at these and I just think these are perfect for kids' rooms. We had very similar to these in my daughter's room up until recently.
Mm-hmm.
She's turning 12 this year, and we had a bit of a clear out last year. And it was a bit of a sad dad moment, really, because she's growing up and she's getting rid of her cuddlies and selling her dolls and stuff. And she got a dressing table for Christmas, and whilst it's kind of nice, I felt a bit sad, really. But we Charlotte just said have another one.
Well, you could.
When I could.
You're not too old, Ben.
Huh?
You're not too old.
No,
You're still a young man.
I know. I'd have to obviously get Laura involved in that as well, you know, so I don't know. I don't think she's that bothered.
You don't think she's up for it?
Well, she was a childminder for about 10 years, and I think that put
She's
her off
had
having
enough.
another.
It's broke the back of it for her. I understand. I'm the oldest of 4. That's why I only had one child. That's why my mum said, Leanne, you should have another one. I'm like, Mum, I spent all of my young years helping you out with the other 3 because I was the oldest. So I'm having one of my own and I'm done. Put a fork in me, I'm done.
Put a fork in me, I am done. Anyways, but when she had all of her dolls and all her cuddlies and all her cute toys, we had bins like this in her room because they were just perfect for like lugging all of those things into.
Yeah.
I mean, where would you use these within craft? Would you use these as a trash can by the side of your?
So I don't use mine as a trash can.
No.
But I am going to now speak to all of you yarnaristas out there.
Yarnaristas?
All of you yarn hoarders like me. Marvellous place for stashing all of those balls of yarn in there. Absolutely incredible because they're soft-sided, they're round. The balls of yarn all go around in a circle. You can see the colours, you can have them stored by type, you can stack one on top of another, and you can get a lot in there because balls of yarn are a nightmare to store, especially on a square shelf, because they're slidey, they're all on there, you pull one out, they all fall on top of you. These can go on their side in a storage unit like that. Put all of your balls of yarn in, they don't fall all over the place. It's just a receptacle.
Yeah.
That's what I use mine for, Ben.
Okay. Well, so
I'm sure we've got some yarn in the studio somewhere.
we did have some. There's some in that vase behind you there, but there you go. In that. What? Oh, here. No, but there's some in the vases.
It's the full ones. Them ones. That's the very fellas.
I always wanted you to have them because I thought you were going to chuck them across the studio.
I was going to lob them at you and you could have way. But stand them up, Ben.
Huh? I'll stand them up. Sorry, I'm just chucking them in.
Yeah, stand them up. So if you imagine them all around the outside like that, stood in, you can get too high and then donut circles. You can fit a load in there.
Yeah.
And then the bins store on top of each other. So I use them for my yarn.
Perfect. That was a great yarn.
Yeah.
To show us.
Well, there you go. I mean, not
store
at
your
all
yarn.
what it was designed for, but do you know what? This is the joy of Tiffany product.
Yeah.
Because it's not what it was designed for, but you will find, this is what I mean, when it's, so £4.79, are you getting 2 for that?
No,
No,
you
you've
get
got a choice of, right.
I was going to say...
But anyway, ridiculously great price, half
Yeah.
price, £4.79, £5.99. Imagine, just get yourself 3 and then you will find things to do with them and you'll be thrilled, really you will. I have to tell you, I've got one downstairs with dog toys in.
Another great shout, and I've just seen, Diana says she uses hers for putting shoes in the front door.
Dog toys. I've got all the things in there. And it's just great because it sticks away out in the corner, you can't see it. It's great. I don't use mine as a trash can, but I do use it as very usable storage.
Do you know what? That's a great shout on the dog toys because, you know, we've got Molly Collie, she's 6 months now. I mean, she's got more toys than any dog I've ever seen. So, that would be perfect. And isn't it great again that when you're not using these, that they do just like pack down so small?
Can I tell you the other thing I use? I've got a pink one for.
Yeah.
Because it goes flat like that in my caravan.
Yeah.
Washing basket.
It's a great shout.
Yeah. So all like the washing goes in, I just put it in the car, put it in the washer when I get home, flatten it, take it back to the caravan.
Lots of you love the dog toys idea. I remember, Leanne, your nickname was Mrs. Tiggywinkle, says Brenda Blackler.
That's very true. Nigel May nicknamed me
yes.
Mrs. Tiggywinkle because of my frizzy hairdo before I embraced the curly journey.
The curly journey. Good idea, Ben, says Curran. I don't know what I said that was a good idea, but thank you, I'll take it. And Annette says, Ben, you're right, carrots. The body metabolizes the beta-carotene in carrots into vitamin A, retinol, which is good for sight. That's what I was trying to explain, the beta retinol thing, yarn storage, and you can crochet or knit right out of there, says Gilmore.
Yes.
And yes, also great for toys like your Legos, says Dieta. They're brilliant. Shall we take a short little break? I think we shall, because we are... Oh, wow, look at the time. We've got less than half an hour to go, so let us take a bit of a break. When we come back, we will show you more items, and we'll recap on some of the busiest items on the show so far. But get your organisation sorted, get your storage, get everything that you need, get it in your baskets, get it checked out, and we will come back in about 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. So many of you watching us this evening, and I know lots of you have been checking out your baskets as well. So happy that we can help as far as the organisation is concerned. And feel free at any point, if you are having a bit of a tidy up, I know Susie was chatting about doing a bit of a through the keyhole into our craft rooms. If you've got lots of Totally Tiffany products, maybe you're buying a load today with the view of tidying up your craft room, feel free to take before and after photos so we can see how all of these products have helped you tidy up. Mary Pat is saying, I give items like this to my kiddos and then I'm shocked when they come home using them. Crafters Companion had shopping bags a while back that I gave to my youngest, and I complimented her on how organised she is. As you said, these are for everybody. And you know, like Leanne's been saying the amount of times her husband's been mentioned tonight, because he's going, oh, quite like that crafty storage idea that you've got. And you'll find loads of different ways to be able to use these right across your life, not just within craft. Let's have a look with Leanne at some of the paper takers. Now, these are super handy because literally in pretty much every size you could think of, aren't they?
Absolutely. And what I want to do is take a photograph of said bike tools in Thingy Organiser when I get home, because he's actually, remember the Tiffany trolleys we did years ago with the aprons round? He's got 2 of them. So I'm going to take photographs of that for you and put on my Facebook page so you can see that I'm genuinely telling you, pinches all of my Tiffany storage.
Brilliant.
Now, remember everything I said about Lisa earlier and how fantastically usable she is. Remember everything I said about Lisa and apply it to this one that I'm about to show you, which is the 12 by 12 paper taker.
Yeah.
The difference only is the depth. This is Lisa. This is the 12 by 12 paper taker.
Okay.
So it just means you can fit a lot more in it. So you've got the tray, exactly as we had before. You've got the really great quality touch fastening there, so that keeps everything. That isn't going to fall. Can I just mention that for a minute, because we never do, Ben? The quality of the touch fastening we use to manufacture these bags is exceptional, because if I show you, I hold that upside down and I give that a good shake. That's how many 12 by 12 pads have I got in there? 4.
4.
And I'm shaking them against the bottom of the opening, and the touch fastening isn't coming apart.
Yeah.
So the quality is that, you know, it's going to hold them where they need to be.
I always notice that whenever you have to try to open them up.
Because it takes some effort.
Yeah, they're super
you're
tough.
like, get it open. But there's a reason for that, because it means all of your stuff's kept nicely secure again. Yeah. So you touch fastening, exceptional. And then you've got, as we had for Lisa, you've got that lovely slidable tray in there, which gives the rigidity to your bag, means that you don't get a floppy bottom with your paper pads. And when you've got all of your paper pads in there, what it also means is that they are stackable, Ben, which I absolutely love. So you can put these on one on top of the next on your shelves. And actually what I do is I'll do this, fold that flap underneath, and I'll show you with Lisa. So if you're wanting to get several of these, that's now storage. And look, because you've got the rigid sided tray in there, here's Lisa, and I'm going to fold her back like that. She goes on top of there. So what I'm creating is my, on your Kallax, you can have 6 of them, easy, more on top of each other. And then you've created this, you can pick the one you want and take it out. You can have it labelled, and you have your little clip that I had on the side there, so I know exactly what I've got. And then when I want to take one, I'm like, oh, I want to take that bag. I'm going to do Christmas. This is my Christmas bag. Okay, that bag's coming out off my shelf, folded up, off I go.
Yeah.
So it's great for that kind of really portable organisation, but the grab and go as well as the organisation on your shelf. So it's travelling as well as in. So that's your 12 by 12 paper taker. Very easily going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I mean, let's see. I'm going to grab a handful.
Oh, yeah.
Because how many have I got there? 4.
No way.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get another 4 in. I mean, it might be another 3. Let's just keep putting them in. 1.
This is immense.
2. That one's nearly empty. Let's do a full one. 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pads in there.
That's incredible.
Full. Those spines are full, no collapse in there. So that's great, isn't it? And look, my touch fastening is still there. Really great. I can still show you that. That is not going to fall out when you're travelling. And then, of course, if you want to, on your shelf, take your touch fastening, just fold it back on itself. You've made yourself an accessible paper-taking storage space. It's great.
Do you know what? The more I see these demos and these ideas, the more I think if you're buying anything when it comes to paper pads, you absolutely need these, don't you? Because just to store them on the shelf, not
like
in
that.
something like this, they run the risk of getting damaged or getting dogged. So these are an absolute must.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so that's the 12 by 12.
Yep.
So everything I've just said to you about the 12 by 12 now applies to these two. So you've got options for 8 by 8, exactly the same function as your 12 by 12. Absolutely cram-packed in there, loads of them, plus you've got your little tray. So, yeah, just everything I've just said about 12 by 12, 8 by 8.
8 by 8, yeah.
And the same here, everything I've just said about 12 by 12 and 8 by 8, 6 by 6.
Yeah.
And then everything I've just said about 12 by 12, 8 by 8 and 6 by 6, 5 by 7.
Yeah.
This hasn't got the tray in, but you will get a tray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just choose your size. Get a selection. Yeah. I've got a selection of all. My favourites are 12 by 12 and 8 by 8 when it comes to paper pads. They're the two I use the most. You just choose. Choose what you've got the most of, or choose what your storage issue is. Get yourself a little selection. Actually, for the 6 by 6 ones, Ben, I do store scraps in there a lot.
In the 6 by 6?
Yeah. And in the 5 by 7 one, I actually store blank cards and envelopes. You know, my 5 by 7 pre-folded cards and envelopes, I have them in there, along with my 6 by 4. So just whatever you want, basically.
I think it's definitely worth if you have, loads of you, of course, have tons and tons of paper pads. These are genius, aren't they, for keeping everything in good nick? Because, again, you know, you think about how much you spend on those paper pads, and there's nothing worse, is there, when you come to do a particular project, and, you know, if you've got these stored individually on the shelf, they do run the risk of getting dog-eared, they do run the risk of getting torn, so why not just spend a few extra quid, a few extra bucks to get these paper takers, to keep them stored beautifully, and to keep them in pristine order for when you do need to use them. And they are particularly great as well. I know Leanne in that 12 by 12 has stored like 7 different full paper pads in there, but they are again perfect for when those pads, you know, you have used quite a few of the sheets of paper. I think they've more of a tendency to get dog-eared then, but when you've got these paper takers, store them away. Create your own paper libraries as well with these Genius. Whatever the papers that you've got, get the 5x7, 6x6, 8x8, 12x12, stock up. Now, this is the week to do it. This is the week to get organised because you're seeing these kind of deep discounts across like premium product again. That's the thing that you've got to appreciate. You know, these items, these Totally Tiffany storage solutions sell each and every day here at Crafters TV. You know, we don't need to take 25% off for you. We don't need to do half price deals, but we're doing it this week because it's the special week with Tiffany and it's a great time to do it. Start of a new year, get yourself organised, start as you mean to go on this year, and just flashing up some more details here. There's the 6x6, $2.99. I mean, seriously, you can't even get a sandwich for that price anymore, can you? $3.59 if you're platinum.
That's cheaper than the 5x7.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Wasn't the 5x7 £4 something?
Yeah, it's cheaper.
I mean, for $2.99, get 6. Because you're going to be able to store so much in them, Ben. You know, even ink pads, flat for travelling. Don't just think paper in them at all. You know when we do the die, the topper pads and the dies that go together, the pads are perfect size and they're with your dies on top. Just stick them on the shelf, keep them organised. So much you can do with them, really.
Those paper takers are great for collections, says Shadai. Lots of you just loving all of the hints and tips and ideas which Leanne has thrown forward with those. Just want to show you again the 6x6, the paper handler that we've got. This has proved really popular. And again, lots of items on the show that you can pick up just for a few quid. This one, again, is all about organisation, all about maximising the space that you might have in your craft room if you've got those particular units where you can stack stuff up. These great, again, for those 6x6 pads. You can store up to 300 sheets in each and every one of these. But I love that idea. I'm really cottoning on to that. And like Leanne's talked about, you won't get the dividers with this, but you can get the dividers individually. So again, a great way for you to be able to store pads that maybe you've done a bit of work with, which are now running low, storing individual sheets, creating your own sort of paper libraries as well. But the genius about this, as we talked about earlier on, is that you've got this really hard, firm, rigid plastic casing. So again, everything that's stored in there is going to be kept nice and secure. Whether you're stacking it on the shelves this way round, it's always really easy to access because you've got those inbuilt finger holes as well. And I do know a lot of people sometimes like to stack them this way. Again, just makes it easier to pull them straight off the shelf. Maybe if you're taking them down off the shelf and then you're using them on your craft desk, you can have them this way round, just then to be able to select the paper pads that you need from your paper handlers. But these again are brilliant for so many reasons. Yes, they're going to stack beautifully on your shelves so you can store things away, but what about when you want to take these with you? Maybe you want to take a selection of papers with you away on holiday, to the caravan. These are brilliant because stuffed into the side there, you've got these handles, so when you're not using them, they just go inside the actual paper handle itself, but then when you want to transport them, such a genius idea that the little handles pop up, you can pop those together and take that away with you. So it's a great transport system and a great storage system as well for keeping all of those 6x6 papers in. £2.99 or $3.59 if you're platinum. There are the bigger 12x12 paper handlers as well. Worth having a look on the website for all of the deals. Lots of sellouts on individuals, and worth bearing in mind that we are just showing you a selection of the goodies that are available this week. There are big sections on the website. If you go to the Totally Tiffany page, which you'll find on the homepage, there's loads of individuals, loads of 3 for 2 deals as well. So really worth getting some items off this show, but then hitting the web and seeing the other deals, which we won't have time to get onto today. £2.99 platinum or $3.59 is your platinum price on the paper handler. Now, we're going to come back to the best deal of the day, which is the desk maid. Now, I thought it was going to be the craft and carry that you've got there.
Oh, is it not this?
No, it's the desk maid, the big one.
Oh, I thought it was this one.
Yeah, sorry. No, because I was under the impression that craft and carry was going to be the most popular, but the desk maid is the one which is fine. Let's be honest, this is a complete system.
I'll go to the foot of our stairs.
I know, yeah. Oh, aye, ecky thump. I go to the foot of our stairs. Knock me down with feather. Half price deal. £24.37 or $29.06 for this full system. Now, if you want to go for the individual little pockets and the bins and the clips and bits and pieces individually, you can do. However, why would you want to go individually when you can get the complete storage system? Sorry, Charlotte is just asking, what does well, I got it for some our stairs actually mean?
So, but she didn't say that. She was like, what does that even mean? I imagine her having a little, what does that even mean? I don't know. It's just a saying, I'll go at the foot. So if you're flabbergasted or you're surprised, or it's quite a northern saying, North Yorkshire saying, for just, you know, just expressing surprise.
Yeah. Have you?
So like you would never have thought, like, oh, go at the foot of our stairs. I've no idea.
Have you heard of the well, knock me down with feather?
Knock me down with a feather. That's another one, yeah.
Yeah.
Knock me down with a feather.
Ecky thump.
Ecky thump. That's Ecky thump is definitely North Yorkshire.
Yeah.
My husband's family are from Wakefield, North Yorkshire, so we've got a lot of them. For example, my father-in-law never said, "Will you shut the door?" Can you shut the door, please? No. Put wood and oil.
I'll put one in the hole.
Yes, which means put the wood in the hole. Put wood and oil. Leanne, put wood and oil. And when I first met them, I was like,
what?
What?
Do what?
And so I was like, oh, I want you to shut the door.
Yeah.
And there was loads of different things like that. They were great. And go to the foot of our stairs was one of them. So I think it's just a colloquialism, Charlotte.
Do you know what
a
as
bit
well?
like we've got up here, you know, when we say that mud's a bit claggy.
Yeah.
We all know what claggy means. Not everybody else does. I think it's just one of those, it's a colloquialism.
I'm...
Clarty.
What does that mean?
No, clarty's like really thick, muddy. Your welly's going to stick it and your foot's going to come out and your foot's going to go in the mud. Real dirty, deep mud.
Do you know what I'm enjoying? Obviously mixing up here, being a southerner, mixing with all of the northerners up here with all the different accents. I think I hang around, obviously, you guys a lot more than... Like, my Laura does meet a lot of people on her dog walks and whatnot, but I think I've picked up the language up here a lot quicker, and it still makes me laugh when we're talking to someone, particularly with like a northeast accent, and she just has no clue what they're talking about. Back before Christmas, we had some builders around giving us some quotes, and there was this one guy who had this really strong... I don't know if it was a Geordie accent, but I'll say it was just, you know, and he was ganning and he divana and all these kind of things, and he was chatting away to us, and at the end of the conversation he'd gone, like Laura was just like, I have no clue what that guy was talking about, and I had to translate the conversation because he was proper northern.
Yeah, that's so good. And so I have to translate sometimes for family and friends. So I don't speak like that, but my brothers do.
Yeah.
Which is different, isn't it? So they have that very deep northern accent. And so if they're going out, they're ganning out.
Ganning out, yeah.
And to the tune.
Ganning out of the tune, ganning out with the tune.
And it'll be water instead of water, ganyem, which is going home, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one that got her in that conversation was like, you know, he was like, oh, I divana. And she was like, I divana? What I divana? I was like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah, divana.
Yeah. But anyway, how did we get onto that? I can't even remember. Desk maid, half price, best
we
ever
got on
deal.
that because I was going to the foot of our stairs.
Yes, you
the
were.
fact that this day, and Charlotte went, what does that even mean? And then off we went down that rabbit hole. Do you know, I'm thrilled actually because this is a fantastic deal to have all of these storage compartments available and so usable on the tray. And let's just take them all off again, Ben. Let's just have a look at them. Let's do it. So you've got your 12 by 12 for your pads there. You've got this here, which I'm going to call our 6 by 9.
Yeah.
We've got this smaller tool wallet. We're going to put them all back in, you'll see them. Our little pen pot or taller tool storage. The Genius small one in there. And then what I use is a bin, but it's just your man drawer for craft, basically.
Yeah, gubbins box.
The tray that everything goes into, having the ski slope is fantastic because it means everything doesn't fall back and lean over. It keeps everything nice and rigid and upright for you. This sturdy bottom that it's got is absolutely fantastic. It's solid. And what that means is it's not going to droop when you put a significant amount of weight in there. It's going to hold it nice and firm. And then, of course, we've talked about the fact you've got that lovely handle on there. So when it is stored on your shelf, you can pull it off really, really easily. So look, let's put these back in. We've got this fantastic storage here, upright storage for your 12 by 12, and it could be your 8 by 8, it could be whatever you want, 8 by 8 paper pads. You know, to be honest, it doesn't just have to be them. We're talking about storing other tools in the other one, craft and carry before. Nothing to stop you having your boards in here, your 8 by 8 stamping platforms in here. Because the size of it is absolutely great, it's capacious. You could easily get your stamping mat in there as well if you wanted to. Look, I've just planted all up, there's more space. So it's just going to take a ridiculous amount of stuff in there. Then we've got what I'm calling the 6 by 9, which is absolutely great for plates, for your cutting machine, rocker blocks, just whatever you want to put in there really. A 5 by 7 is absolutely incredible. This little guy I absolutely adore because this is great for scissors, smaller tools, you know, the things you want to get to. The fact that this isn't too deep means that you haven't got that wobble around, fall around space. You've just got a nice amount of space to get in the tools that you need in there. Then you've got your stand-up pot. Stand-up pot, great for your markers or any paint brushes I use in mine. Maybe your quilling tools, you know, that kind of thing, bone folders, just regular tall tools that you want to store in there. I do have paintbrushes in mine at home. And then we've got I love this, you don't even realise you need it until you've got it, this small pot, because you can get your little pokey tools, your little tweezers in there. You can see them, it's not too high, so they're still accessible. And I do keep my spare clips in there as well for clipping the pods together. So that just fits in there nicely. Look how nicely, look, they nest there, going along. It's not all wobbling around. It's just it's very kind of Tetris. It is very Tetris. You know, everything is space. It's just nice and compact. And then this here, this little space, this perfect little indent where that pot is, your bin goes into.
Love it.
Which leaves you this long space here, which is perfect for your 12 by 12 ruler to go.
Love it.
So it's just absolutely, let me just pick this up and show you from the back. Absolutely incredible. Oh, I want to show you my ruler then. Look, don't tip it forward, guys.
But
keep it back.
I love the demonstration of this could be your craft room with bits and pieces all over the place. Get the desk made and you've got a storage compartment for all of it.
Yes, and then you've got it. But your ruler fits in the front there. I tried to tip it forward to show you and I shouldn't have.
No.
Absolutely fantastic. And look, it's easy to put everything back where it came from as well.
Love it.
And then you've got all of this space there, my little tools there, my clip. You've got all of this spare space here for the littler things that you want to get access to, like your crimplers. So that can just go in the bottom there. I'm not going to tip it up and show you to you again, but I just want to show you how they do clip together, because you get those Tiffany clips in here, don't you?
You do,
which are great. And each of these boxes have this little extra slot on here, which were designed for the clips to clip them together. So actually, what just happened there where mine all fell forward?
Oh, it wouldn't happen with the clips, would it?
If I had clipped them together, it wouldn't have happened. So you make yourself a little train, because they then all become one. So they can't all topple apart if you use your clips. So they're great for that. However, I do use them as extra storage space at home. I put things in them.
Oh, nice.
So it's up to you what you want to do with it. You know, entirely. It's your space. Use it as you see fit. And maximise it and make the most of it.
Absolutely right, and it has been the deal of the show. It's been such a great introduction to this week's event, and Rosalind Russell just having the final word, saying that is an excellent price for the whole system. It's brilliant. It's a half-price deal. Look at the platinum price, better than half at £24.37 or $29.06. We're pretty much there. All I will say is make sure you do check out the website. You'll find lots of other organisational deals right there for you, and that 3 for 2 section as far as Totally Tiffany tools are concerned. Just before I say all of my thank yous, I just want to throw you to tomorrow. Bit of a slightly different day on Crafters TV tomorrow, because there's lots going on elsewhere. As do you know what? We're obviously not just doing shows here now. We're on HSN. I know also tomorrow we're doing shows on QVC Germany. So it's slightly different here tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we've got a mini wake-up call. Who fancies half an hour with little old me, where we're going to be going through lots of great deals for you. And going to be throwing in a little demonstrazione for you. Oh, yes, I thought I would do. Throw in a little demo. So that's tomorrow morning. So that'll be 11 a.m, 6 a.m. Eastern, just for half an hour, bit of a mini show. Then at 2 o'clock, will be an hour, a masterclass when it comes to edgeables. That will be me and the lovely Debbie Robinson. Cannot wait to give TV Wifey a big hug. She'll be with me for just an hour show, so an hour masterclass. And then at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, Craig will be in with Debbie for launch party. That is going to be the normal 2-hour show, and there are some amazing products on that show. If you've missed any of the recent launches, missed anything particularly last week, everything is going to be kind of recapped in that show. And when Craig and Debbie get together, you know you are set for a fun-packed couple of hours. So that's your day tomorrow, as I say, slightly different. Tune in at the normal times, but just the first 2 shows are going to be a little bit truncated, a little bit shorter due to everything that's going on. There's so much going on. We've got both studios, Studio 1 and 2 tomorrow, are going to be full to capacity. So Crafters TV, 8 to 10, QVC, wherever you watch, chances are you will see someone from Crafters Companion doing their thing. I want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching. As always, remember to check out your baskets after the show. A huge thank you to Leanne, who popped in just for this couple of hours. Thank you, always a pleasure.
Oh, Ben, thank you. And just before I go, can I show you what I've just been doing while you've been chatting?
Yeah.
I've been rummaging around the studio and finding things to put in me. Look, 12 by 12 rotating design board stuck at the back, guillotine in there, heat tool, crafty iron. It's all on that tray. And can I just show you? Pick that up, no floppy bottom.
No.
Which is absolutely great. Put it on and pull it off your shelf. You will be able to cram this full, Ben. Don't hesitate to get it. It was lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. See you again soon.
Soon. I think have I got something else this week or next week?
I think it's next week. I'm with you.
Next week, I think I've got a full day again.
Marvellous.
No.
See you then. Thank you to Susie on the socials and Rebecca, and I think Rachel's popped in today as well. Thank you to Jake. Thank you also to Craig, of course, who was with us earlier. Thank you to Johnny. Thank you to Charlotte. And as I say, a massive thank you to you guys for watching as well. See you in the morning. Join me at 11 o'clock, 6 a.m. Eastern, half an hour, just me and you. Up for it? Hope so. See you in the morning. Until then, bye for now.